Hi, everybody. You're tuning into the podcast Let's Really Talk. And today we're going to be discussing professional engagement for environmentalists on the subject of rare mineral mining in Africa, speaking accurately, genuinely, and productively with interested area parties for sustainable outcomes. Right now, the sun is setting where I am in California, and I can share this with you because of my phone. For environmental professionals, the vibrant natural world that we all love has been brought closer to us and our ability to share it back with the world. This is all made possible by rare mineral components in our technological devices. But what are the costs of that, and who's paying it? Rare minerals are known also as rare earth minerals. They comprise of 17 chemical elements essential for technologies related to microchips, phones, as well as renewable energies, such as electrical motor vehicles and wind turbines. This is where they enhance performance. They are not rare in abundance necessarily, but they are quite difficult to extract economically due to their unique nature and geographic location. Africa holds the largest concentration of the world's rare minerals. About 30% of rare earth elements are located here. It is a major supplier of critical battery metals such as cobalt. Despite its wealth in resources, most minerals are exported in raw form for processing abroad, limiting economic benefits. The revenue generated from Africa's mineral sourcing only benefits international corporations more than local communities, with only about 5 to 20% of the earnings trickling down to the actual miners who mine it. At the same time, the global demand for lithium, cobalt, and other strategic minerals are growing. And in this complex environmental economic issue also lies human rights. The success of protecting the land, biodiverse ecosystems is intrinsically tied to protecting people who live near. So, if mining for rare minerals is to continue, it should be structured to support the safety, culture, and regional diversity of local groups. The most effective way to communicate with each IAP, or interested area party, is with an open mind. This is a key technique to help to see an honest view into their lives, the central issue, and how it impacts the greater planet. We can serve as better partners and support their initiatives in good consciousness when this is practiced. Stories are powerful in showing why change matters. Messaging should be clear and repeated so it is remembered. People respond better to seeing how these actions can also help them personally. For local communities and tribes, when working with these, the focus should be on how to clean land and water kept safe for traditions still. These individuals have inhabited the countries for generations. The land is a part of their identity. Their settlements are constructed on the graves of their ancestors. The local chiefs and elders are more powerful than just figures of leadership. They are keepers of tradition, deciding how the land is utilized and resolving conflicts. The arrival of large mining corporations can disrupt their environment. While roads and employment opportunities may emerge, too many vehicles, noise, and pollution are unmanaged. The waterways they fish and the crops they farm can become contaminated. A combination of treasured history can cause concern for their crops, make them displaced and damaged. These communities want to be respected. They want to have access to clean drinking water as they've always have. And they want to feel protected. These are their basic concerns. They want to know that their land rights are safe, and they want to know that if they had to relocate, they would be adequately compensated. They advocate in whole with equitable, transparent agreements, and they advocate for having a voice in their own decision regarding their lands. They are deeply affected by the impacts of local mining operations, if left unchecked. As an important lesson when working with these local communities, remember to share maps that show how mining affects the water and supplies. Stay pragmatic and make sure communication lines in case of pollution emergencies. Independent and artisanal diggers are also an impacted community. They are driven by a simple and desperate need to make a living. They are often from local communities and have connected ties or shared experiences. Their work is a daily gamble. They might mine for rubies, diamonds, cobalt, but they all face similar danger. From debt collectors who exploit their situation, from harassment of guards, or from the simple terrifying risk of a pit collapse. For them, they follow unwritten rules passed down through generations, and local leaders are the ones who decide who gets to dig and where. On any given day, their biggest worries are survival, finding enough to eat, avoiding the violence, and making sure that their kids don't have to work in the same dangerous conditions. They see wildlife as either a threat or a meal, a predator to be wary of or potential bushmeat. This is not necessarily a choice. Environmental concerns are a luxury that they can't afford when their next meal isn't guaranteed. What they really want is simple: a way to earn a living without fearing for their lives. They want to dream of a system where they get a license to work safely, sell their minerals at a fair price, and have a way to voice their complaints without being punished. They're not looking for a handout, they're just fighting for a chance and equal rights. An important lesson when working with these small artisanal diggers and miners is to remember a form of building trust can be to bring safety tools and demonstrate them on how to use them on the site. This shows a level of compassion and empathy for the situation and what they're fighting. African governments and regulators are the official ministries and professional offices. They're the ones caught in the middle. Often on one hand, they want to bring in big investments, create jobs, collect taxes to fund national development. They see mining as a key for a more prosperous future for their country and their continent. They're the ones who write the laws and issue the permits. But the gap between what's on paper and what happens on the ground can be huge. Their legitimacy depends on their ability to manage this balance, to attract foreign investment while also respecting local traditions and protecting their people. They're increasingly aware that a disaster like a mine spill or human rights scandal can damage their country's reputation and scare away investors. As an important lesson when working with local governments, show policies and examples that can help improve statistics and international understanding. There are all alternative options. International mining corporations are connected to the global supply chain that brings metals to our phones, our cars, our jewelry stores, our microchips. The biggest concerns that are keeping their operations running smoothly, making a profit, and protecting their reputation. For them, engaging with local communities and chiefs isn't just a nice to do necessarily. They also lack local trust and can lead to protest, legal battles, and costly shutdowns. Not great reputations. They are also very sensitive to legal and reputational risks. They've learned the hard way that a mine spill or human rights violation can lead to lawsuits, public outcry, and the loss of investor confidence. They are willing to invest solutions for new technologies for waste management and better ways to handle community complaints. They are often wary of anything that could halt production or force them to pay for past mistakes. As an important lesson when working with mining corporations, provide clear reports with costs and savings for cleaner methods. Planners should stick to trustworthiness leaders in each impacted group. Organize events around local agriculture or market days. Provide translation services and give transportational stipends. Through sincere practices of communication and transparent partnerships, we can develop true collaborations. We can empower local communities in the rightful land stewardship, conservationists, and build better alliances and address concerns that undermine well-intended projects. Successful justice communication in rare mineral mining requires empathy, cultural fluency, and actionable follow-through. You have to show them that it's not just your word. Your actions matter. Your sincerity matters. And understanding that they matter matters. It shows respect for traditional authority and local knowledge, using economic and reputational incentives to influence powerful actors and ensure governments understand the long-term benefits of sustainability and egalitarianism. By linking environmental stewardship to financial stability, public health, and national pride with social well-being, this approach begins to align different diverse interests towards one shared goal. Jane Goodall once said, "Be assured that our individual actions collectively can make a huge difference." I believe this, and I believe we should all take it to heart. For additional supportive help or additional research on tactics that you can use for communicating better with impacted communities, thank you.